Hi, Soul Tribe. Thank you for joining me for this week's mystical soul reading. So, we have the new moon this week, and I know a few of you will be joining us for the new moon event. So, I'll talk about that a little bit into today's reading. And thank you for the love. I can see we have quite a few soul family here. It's so nice to be in this space with you, and I just appreciate every single one of you. So, thank you so much for joining. And I would love to be able to put all of the comments up. There's so many of you here, so thank you. And let me just get straight into the astrology. I wanted to start with that because it is, a powerful week when we look at it in terms of astrology. Not only do we have the new moon coming up, which will be on Wednesday, the 29th, and with this, we're also going to have the lunar new year as well. So this new moon is a Capricorn new moon and ends, and the Aquarius new moon cycle begins. So that's what we're going into. So with this, also with the Chinese astrology or the Chinese New Year, we're going to be in the year of the wood snake. And it's often said, excuse me, that the snake is the baby dragon. So let me also read to you. I'll just bring this up. So with this will be a year associated with harvest, procreation, spirituality, good fortune, as well as cunning, evil, threat, and terror. So, it's sort of the good with the bad. I have read some other things where people are talking about that overall it's actually quite good. But when we look into from the Western astrology point of view and the Aquarius new moon cycle that's about to begin, so where this is all about like friendship, brotherhood, new beginnings, it's a time to be thinking outside of the box. We also know that Aquarius is associated not only with the age of Aquarius, but the sign is associated around new technology, new healing. So it's a little bit of that Atlantean energy that we've experienced many lives together with you guys, the Soul Tribe, but this time it'll be doing it correct. So it's not going to be doing it from sort of like a mental energy. It's more going to be doing it from the potent Aquarius spiritual energy. So we're in a different epoch and a different era. So definitely about positive new beginnings. And this week, a few of you may even find that you're focused on love energy. So there's some beautiful energy coming up. Let me just find where I was looking for my little notes. So it'll be a good time essentially for romance. It's also soulmate energy and a reunion of soulmates as well as part of the energy that we're looking at for this week. And let me see where I am. Oh. So yeah, this will be interesting from a love point of view, but it's also in terms of like looking after your home. It's a bit of a spring cleaning type feel. So not just to do with our home, but also to do with purging or letting go of old connections, friendships and things that don't really serve us and don't really serve like where we're going to future. So we'll be letting go of things where you maybe feel that you're doing it out of not just being nice, but obligation, I guess would be the word. So we're letting go of things like that so that we can open up to newer, higher things that are on our path. So it's going to be an exciting time. So I think I've read most of that. Yeah, just be aware of like your patterns and things. I think we also spoke about that last week. Oh, and also we're going to be with, let me just bring this up. So it was interesting. I was talking with Julie the other day from Maison Jupiter, and we were just, I said to her that I've got this event coming up, our Soul Family Manifestation, New Moon, Phoenix Rising. And I said, we're going to focus on renewal, revision, reinvest. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's all like what the new moon is about. And I said, yeah, it was funny. I just got the download to do this, but I didn't check the astrology until after. So if you haven't already watched Maison Jupiter's Julie's version of the new moon, go and check that out. It'll give you a lot more in depth around the astrology. But essentially, those of you that have bought a potion will have been sent a link. So check your spam if it hasn't come through, or send me a little message at info@soulalchemypotions.com. and I can forward you the link. And we've got the gorgeous Emma that will be joining us. So excited to have you there. And yeah, it's the universe in sync. So definitely trust yourself more with receiving messages from the universe at the moment. They're coming through very loud and clear. And I can see a few of you guys are doing the clean out at the moment as well, or wanting to do the clean out. It's strange. I know a lot of you are in winter. But yeah, and me being in summer. So it's just, this is where we know, astrology has the influence. And I can see Tim saying it is his year and you're a wood snake, and happy birthday to you as well. I know that your birthday is around at the moment. And I think we had a few other birthdays in our soul tribe. So essentially, let me just read you. So we're going to be doing a guided live meditation, a powerful manifestation tools. I'm going to go over certain things that I've put together, and I've been so excited. It's been really hard for me not to share little things that I've made ready for this event, just because I find it such a powerful little tool, and it's quite simple. So it's a really good prompt reminder that I've created for you guys in this event. And we're also going to be doing an event activation. So this will be, if you're in the US and Canada or in the Northern Hemisphere, it's going to be January 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Or if you're in Australia, it will be January 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's our lunchtime. So what you need to do to get ready for this is choose your potion, or if you haven't purchased the potions already, you will be able to purchase them. The link will be sent automatically to you. It might take a little bit to come through. And yeah, you'll be able to join us. And just like we did last time, you're able to switch on the screens to be able to communicate with our soul tribe. So this is as close as we can get to being in person at a live event. So it's so beautiful and supportive. And I know a few of you, after coming to the last two events that we've done, have connected with each other outside of the soul tribe. So I'm so happy to hear that. And a few of you are looking to meet up in person, which is really, really lovely. Oh, Amber, I can't wait to see how you like it. Let me know which ones you've ordered as well. Oh, and just want to remind you guys, I have actually put together the 6-pack. So the Soul Alchemy collection. So this is the complete bundle. So you get all 6 potions, because I know a lot of people have found it hard to decide. So I wanted to give you guys the 20% discount with selling all of the potions in a beautiful little bundle. So a lot of people have been purchasing this for presents. There's some people that have been purchasing it for a present for themselves as well. So thank you so much to all of my beautiful community that have been so loving and supportive with me doing my little alchemy business. It's been amazing. If you haven't checked out this particular interview right here that I'm highlighting with myself and B, go and check this out. So your comfort zone is killing you. We more talk about somatic therapy. We talk a little bit about just body and how we need to process and I guess detox things out of our body. We talk about breath work. So she has a big background in yoga and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's in Portugal and runs retreats. So yeah, there's a lot of value in that conversation if you haven't already checked it out. So let us have a look into the reading for this week. Oh, Tim, thank you. Yeah, I know that you've also worked with that and the Aura course. If you guys want to do that, that's up on Mason Jupiter's Academy, learning how to see auras and become energetically more sensitive as well. Oh, thanks, Jake. And Jake and I have a surprise coming up for you guys shortly. I won't mention it just yet, but just have a look out through the week. That's all I can say at this stage. And let me see. Oh, gorgeous. We've got Becca here and Daughters of Lilith. Thank you for joining us. So let us jump in and have a look into the cards. We've spoken a little bit about the astrology and this new moon energy that it really is for this month, a potent month to manifest. So this is why I chose this date. And also what's interesting, if you guys are into crypto, you can have a look into, with crypto, we didn't have it this month, but a lot of the months you will see that the full moon, there's a tiny bit of a dip, and the new moon, it usually will sort of peak or hit higher heights. So just keep that in mind, looking into the moon patterns around this. Oh, thank you, Rainbow Sun. That's so beautiful. All right. So cards for this week. What Spirit wants to give us a heads up around. So the word that I'm getting is joy. So they're telling me we need to focus and make joy an intention to tap into this week. I'm actually seeing the word joy feels like it's floating on water. So we know that water will be sometimes shown to us to represent emotion. And I'm seeing joy as this golden pink bubble that's floating on the water. So definitely to put our attention and focus onto joy for this week is the message coming through from Spirit. The other thing that I'm also seeing is angel wings around with this like fluttering, sort of almost like checking in and surveying the surface of the water. So don't be afraid to call out to those angelic beings that love us unconditionally or have our best and highest good at heart. I feel that they're also saying, don't forget, it's okay to ask for help. They're showing me that I don't want anyone sinking in the water or sinking into emotion this week as well. So let us feel into these 5 cards that I've got. The other thing that I'm also seeing, they're showing me the planetary alignments that we've just had, which I think began on the 24th of January. So you were able to see planets for the first time in a long time in strong alignment. So if we're thinking about that, they're showing it as a runway leading up to this new moon. It's almost like we've done the flight check, is what Spirit's been showing me. Oh, Jake, that's amazing. So Jake's also been feeling angelic energy around. So yeah, they're showing me it's like we've done the pre-work ready for takeoff, and this new moon experience will be the flight. So I'm also going to be taking you guys through a few clearing techniques. So come into it with a mindset of knowing what it is that you want to focus on for 2025. I would even pre-write down your goals or like a list of things that you want to work on or have come in as a manifestation. And as Gisela is saying, yes, protect your energies this week. So don't be afraid to ask for help. So let's flip these cards over. So we have the card of peace, the card of change. So it does look like we're going to be jumping into a new timeline this week. Both these cards for me sometimes can represent timeline. With the peace energy, it is the moon and Libra. So into like a deeper state of balance and awareness within ourselves, not letting the outside world rock or shift us. So as we said before, focusing on joy. And then we have Jupiter and Capricorn. So growth and expansion is where we want to be focused. We do have some emotional hurdles coming up, is the word Spirit's giving me. So a 10 of Wands, be careful not to carry too much. So where we said before about the angels asking or telling us to, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to put your hand up if you feel like you're, sinking in the water. And also I have a couple of sessions I think still available if anyone wants that extra help and support. And if there isn't any, I may, if you guys send an email through to Mason Jupiter, I can maybe open up a few at the end of the week because I do have a busy week with a few things and interviews on. And we have the 7 of disc. So we see here, imagine that being like a bit of a dark kind of epoch ocean and like little things that are sinking. I always see it as a bird's nest too. So with this is not about waiting for others to catch up or not about waiting for signs. This is about you guys having clear intention, clear focus, holding that beautiful emotional capacity, letting go, as we said with the astrology, of anything that is pulling you, dragging you down, anything that feels overwhelming, or anything that feels like spiritual or emotional conflict, because this is a card of strife. And as we call it here, too many cooks in the kitchen. So it's time to perhaps like look at exactly what recipe you want to make, getting super clear, having your ingredients and clearing everyone else out of the kitchen so that you can get to work. So let us get some little clarifiers to go with this. Oh, and interesting that we have with these 3 cards, this also could represent more of governmental type energy, corporation, establishment. We have Saturn on 3 of those cards. So definitely keep focused internally and keep focused on self. This is how we're going to shift and create a new beginning. And as we say, the Ace of Coins, it comes from that hand of God. So you're really, if you focus on the positive things, focus on that joy, we're going to be attracting from a higher point. So we also have the Knight of Coins. And, oh, sorry, Maria, we're not actually doing questions. And I was thinking, do you guys want a question show? This was like coming to me when I was in the shower this morning. We haven't done a question show for a little bit. So I definitely feel like it's time for a Q&A. Please pop in the comments if you want me to also offer a Q&A show for next week. And we can do that. So what we have is Ace of Coins, Knight of Coins, the Lover's card. So there's definitely love energy to focus on this week, and 8 of Cups. So this will be about growth and things too. So we have Ace of Coins, the Knight of Coins. So getting that idea or inspiration or that feeling that seems to come from outside of you, or perhaps your higher self or God, taking action on that. And with the Lover's energy, this can also sometimes be where we're working together as a partnership. But in this situation, we're actually working with a partnership of spirit. So this is a really beautiful thing. I don't feel this is having to look externally to find your self-worth or anything like that through other people. This more feels like it's keeping the vibe high, working with spirit and partnership. And we've got an 8 of Cups. So just be aware of anything that's pulling you down frequency-wise. I'm seeing this action of like swim away. I'm actually getting a vision of Dory in Finding Nemo, where she says, swim away, swim away. So we've got a little bit of that energy. 8 of Cups also being a disconnect from things on a spiritual level. So notice, oh, thank you so much. I'm sending you love to South Africa too. Awesome. Great. So I will organize a Q&A and that will be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to get your questions together, and it'll either be on my weekend or your weekend. I've just got to find a placement for it, but you'll see it come up advertised. I'm just going to write myself a little love note so that we've got it down. Okay, so with the 8 of Cups, be aware of anything that is making you feel disconnected emotionally, or if there's conflict or certain things coming up with people, or if there's tasks or jobs that you're doing that really don't let you feel like you're in that heart space. Definitely be aware of that. And we will get another lot of clarifying cards from the Star Tarot. So we have Prince of Wands. This is talking about our manifestation event that we're doing, because Prince of Wands energy for me is also Phoenix energy. It's Leo energy. It's also about, really tapping into getting into a higher state or realizing what's below. So we'll get certain emotions come up. It's looking at like what's below that we can use to launch into this renewal energy. And we also see the Empress, and we have the 8 of Wands. So keep coming back to self, really pay attention to external outside distraction. 8 of Wands and 8 of Cups energy. Definitely be on the conscious awareness to realize, okay, I'm distracted. And 8 of Wands energy is also where we're funneling and putting too much energy out into other things. It's also when we're in the power of trying to shift things from a mind level. So I want you guys to tap into frequency this week. We will be doing things to help with that. Hey, John, thank you for joining us. So lovely to have you here. And I'm so glad that you guys are excited about a Q&A. That will be a lot of fun. Oh, and we have King of Wands. So I do feel that we will come into sort of like a spiritual mastery if we can stay within this. And yeah, definitely protecting our energies, as Gisela is saying too. So let me see if there's any advice from these beautiful angelic beings that were coming in at the start of the vision. And I'm also being guided to pick an affirmation, a few of these cute little cards. Let's pick these now, and then we'll come into the angelic message. Okay, we have plant your seeds wisely. You cannot plant seeds of anger and expect happiness to grow. Plant intentions instead. And there's a beautiful mandala on this one. So definitely plant your seeds wisely. So that's the energy that we're working with this week. Pay attention to what you're putting your focus on. As Spirit said right at the start, focusing on joy. And we have the Starseed energy cards, which is this deck. And let me see. Oh, celebration, which we'll be having on the new moon as a community. So celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. So that will be absolutely lovely to do together. Let us now get a message from those beautiful angel beings that we were seeing at the start and just seeing what their take on everything is. And we have a Six of Discs, which is a card of success, abundance, peace, and Son of Swords. So really lovely energy. Oh, thank you, Tim. Oh, you're so sweet. So yeah, we've got Taurus and Moon energy. We have this beautiful balance with the Three of Cups. For me, this is also sometimes coming into alignment within our community. And we have the card of Peace, Two of Swords, Libra balance energy, and then Son of Swords. So this is also about like saying those words of appreciation and making sure that we're, expressing our gratitude. So the more gratitude that we're expressing, and I feel that this is around community too. So definitely, if you guys can get into alignment, do your self work, but then also align yourself with other people that help to expand that on a community sense. So being around those that feel loving, that feel high vibe, uplifting, and supporting. And let me just bring back up my little screen. So don't forget to give this one a thumbs up and to share this out. That'd be wonderful. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the New Moon event. So you'll see more details if you go into the online section up here. And yeah, this is going to be so much fun. All right. Well, I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.